Welcome to Larp Academia. Today, we are going to talk about vampire. Or more specifically, what clan you should choose in vampire. Now I know we have not covered vampire in a long while, but if you are interested in more information about Vampire the Masquerade, then don't forget to leave a comment, and like and subscribe of course, but leave a comment telling us so that we'll go over Vampire and hopefully address whatever question you have. Now, for picking your clan, if you're looking for history, there are many other places that deal with history better than we would. We started, but we're here to help you in the moment while playing the game, after all. If you are interested in those histories, you can check out those channels in the description down below. But today, we are going to cover which clan you should pick. An integral part, and instead of going through each 30-minute video, hearing about the whole history and everything of so-and-so clan, we'll break it down simply. Now, the first clan, the best clan without a doubt, which everyone should, well, not everyone. It's only a select few who should pick this clan, because it is the true clan of kings, and that is my clan, the Ventrue. If you love money, if you love using others for your own gain, if you love not dirtying your hands in blood and everything else, Ventrue is the clan for you, for it is the clan of kings. It's for those who are meant to rule. In fact, I myself as a Ventrue was the natural choice to become prince in my city. They all came crawling to me, and eventually some will challenge your rule. Some will think that they're on even footing with you, but you can use your powers of persuasion in order to change their mind. Me, I just used money. It was to the point where they wanted everything. They started coming to me, begging for things. They even for some reason got a tank. It was whatever kept them happy and didn't disrupt the masquerade, but money. Money talks, money's great, and it's great being naturally better than everyone else. Now, if you like money, but you don't like power or having authority, well, you could have power and authority as a Toreador, but money in decadence is what Toreadors are. See, while Ventrues try to use their money generally to control and use it as a means of power, Toreadors usually are rich and lavish through just wanting to live their life in a rich and lavish means. Now, that's not always the case. In fact, while Ventrue are more meant to rule and be the upper class, Toreadors are obsessive. Now, that obsession may be something simple. It could be you're obsessed with taste. All right, tasting food, and while it is harder for us vampires, you can do so. And you could indulge in decadence of savoring every dish, savoring everything else, but for Toreadors, usually that's not enough. Usually they go a little bit further. Eventually they start to wonder what human flesh tastes like. Of course, we bite into it. Yeah, it's for our feeding. It's not necessarily pleasant, but for them, they'd enjoy it. They would start to enjoy the different tastes of carving out meat and carving out different flavors of emotions, and Toreadors can go down a very, very dark path very quickly and are some of the most dangerous out there. But if you are interested in having someone who is obsessed with something, it could be the art, it could be food, and someone who thrives in decadence, well, Toreador is for you, my friend. But what if you want to be part of a refined brotherhood instead of being a refined individual? Now, once again, Ventrue, not being biased, just being factual here, is generally part of a group or a brotherhood, as being a natural Ventrue, to where we do somewhat help each other as long as there's mutual gain, of course. But Tremeres are very familial. There are many reasons for this. I've dug into it a little bit myself here and there, but I'll leave that discovery for you to find about why Tremeres are so connected, it seems. Now, Tremeres are, yes, generally a little bit higher class, or view themselves as such, because they are the closest thing we have as vampires to mages. In fact, it was a mage who became a Tremere vampire, scandalous as their founder is. But again, we're not here for history. Tremere is where you want to go if you are interested in the occult, if you are interested in magic as a vampire, and using magic for all eternity at your own whims and wilds. Well, Tremere is definitely for you then, my friend. But what if the strange brotherhood that the Tremere have, where it seems that they are connected, isn't quite enough for you? In fact, I would say the most connected are the Malkavians. How? I've studied them. I've studied quite a few, and I've seen a few Malkavian friends know what others are thinking from different areas of the world. They've been able to predict things, do many interesting and insane things. Quite insane, in fact. You see, Malkavians are all insane. They all are insane in some way. Some might have schizophrenia, where they see another person. Some might have an OCD bit. Others have some form of insanity that corrupts their mind, to where they're just not right in the head. But they're still able to somehow connect. They're able to do things that are even beyond the Tremere. Whether it's intentional or not is questionable. And figuring out the validity of anything they spout is also questionable. A Malkavian is someone who is insane, interesting, and most of the time quite loyal. Now, loyalty for a vampire is completely overrated. That is why many clans don't really care for loyalty too much. At least they might elevate themselves to be at the status of Ventrue feelings on loyalty, where, yes, I'll be loyal, as long as it's mutually beneficial. Now, a clan that does not care about your loyalty, generally, is Brujah. Now, the Brujah are an interesting bunch. I've only seen a few of them, and they are the anarchists. They're the ones who will betray society and betray whatever organization they're a part of, including your domain. And they will do it for personal reasons. It may be their own sense of justice, I've heard them claim. It's strange, I know. They may want to just take down the system. They may want to change the way things are. They are the revolutionaries and the activists. I know it's very strange. I haven't encountered many myself, possibly for a reason. But if you're interested in someone who is part of a anarchic group. But yes, if you are interested in playing a revolutionary or someone who is true to their own personal code, then I would recommend a Brujah. Now, for some of those who go by their own personal code, but are more efficient in what they do, and who are more organized, you usually have the Assamites. Now, the Assamites are able to kill or diablerize, even go that far, horrible crime, to a vampire, and generally not be caught, because they are the assassins of the vampires. They focus on speed, stealth, and they do the quick missions, the stealthy missions that no one else really is able to partake quite as well as them, since, of course, you have their specialty as assassination. There's not much else to say about the Assamites, to be honest. They are great assassins, but beyond that, each are very individualistic. It's just that there's not much more you can really say about the clan aside from that. since they are shrouded in a bit of mystery. Now, while the Assamites are... They stay away from people, generally, or at least are hidden. The true ones who have to hide themselves are the Nosferatu. Oh, they are horribly disfigured. If they were to go out and make an appearance in society, they would instantly be labeled as a monster, and they are what you would see in any monstrous movie portrayal of a vampire. Now, Nosferatu live in the sewers. They don't live the greatest of lives. They're actually known as sewer rats a little bit. But Nosferatu, you need to respect. They, instead of focusing on assassination and the stealth, focus on information gathering. Now, while Assamites can gather information in a stealthy operation, of course, the true ones who work with this are the Nosferatu. They know all the nooks and crannies of the underground. They're able to go and find just about anything that they need, and the Nosferatu are those who don't really care about higher society, but are still able to be more efficient, get the job done, and anyone who really wants to be a prince or someone in power should be respecting of you, because of all the information and power that you can gain, while also all the damage that you can personally cause. Now, possibly the only vampires to choose to live in a worse environment. Nosferatu are, of course, kind of forced to this environment, but those who choose or are drawn to a worse environment are the Gangrel. Now, the Gangrel are the feral side of vampires, and why I say they choose to go to a worse environment is because they are drawn a little bit towards the woods, and we do not personally like that. That's where the werewolves are, and we want to stay away from the mangy mutts. But gangrels do sometimes like to go out into the wilderness. They also can stay in the city, but they still have to interact with all the noise and bustle, and they are more natural based. They are more feral. They can actually manipulate their body to become more like beasts. They can talk to beasts. Again, they would feel a bit more at home in the forest. So if you're interested in a vampire who can converse with beasts, get on the feral side, where sometimes even talking to them is a little hard as they kind of grunt. I've seen some strange gangrel in my time. And if you're interested in someone who is aggressive, able to get things done, well, then I would recommend, my friend, that you may look into gangrel. Now, those are the 8 options we're going to cover. Of course, there are more vampiric clans, but those are the best ones to be introduced to, in my opinion. Now, if you think we missed the clan, of course, leave it in the comments down below. But for most of them, if you're talking about followers of Set, Sombra, or something along those lines, well, those are probably not the best for most people to start with. We may go and make another episode based on the other clans that we didn't cover here today. And if you want that, then leave a comment down below telling us all about it. But I hope that this has helped you choose your clan and vampire. Of course, objectively, the best clan is Ventrue, but if you want to choose a lesser clan because it fits your personality, then please do choose one of those clans, because we do need capable subordinates. Until our next night, keep LARPing.